Angellighttarot23. We are going to do a collective message. So a message that will resonate with everyone. It's the lessons that are going to resonate with everybody. You're going to have to make it resonate with you and the duality you live in. Your 3D reality. We're all different ages, sizes. Mentally, we're in different places. Okay. Right off the bat, we have the devil energy. It says seduction and downfall, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. You must have self-control. That's key when you're dealing with devilish energy. Devilish energy is found within you. And somebody else in their devilish energy, if their devilish energy matches yours, they can end up being your partner in crime, essentially. Hello. So, you have to master your devilish energy. We have 10 of Cups. Something to do with family. Wheel of Fortune. Still things turning in the situation. Outcomes are looking different. Maybe it looked like things may have been heading towards one direction, but some things happened, and now it's looking like things could go in another direction. Because people are taking creative action. You never know what you can do when you pull out your deep creative thinking. We have coming to a crossroads. You know, when people are faced with making serious decisions, you have no idea what kind of creativity they can pull out of their ass just to not have to make a choice they don't want to make. You know, we got something to do with court documents. The energy is full of magic for you today. Just go with the flow and see why the universe may be asking you to do that. We have angel involvement, divine intervention. The devil is real. Somebody wasn't sure, but they need to get sure. The devil is real within some people. They feed their devilish energy more than their godly energy. You know, they're both in there. We got illusions. Somebody may act as though they feed their more godly side just because of the front that they have put on. But they have this front put on for a reason. It's ego with protecting. Ego protects self. So, you know, when you're seeing the contradictions, know that there could be things you just don't know. We have justice. Focusing to the details of the situation. You know, what could really be going on. It's deeper here. Some people are heartbroken over the fact they believe certain people, but then they turn out to be not worth giving your trust to. The people that you could give your trust to, that you leave out, it's hard to go find them again after you betray them, essentially, for dishonest people. We have King of Pentacles here. And an Emperor. And a Queen of Cups. We have a collaboration. The Star. Illumination. Ooh, the stars are trying to illuminate truth. That is going on. That's what the Illuminati is about. However, they've signed contracts of sworn secrecy, so if they're all about actually illuminating what's actually the truth, they kind of created their own blockage, didn't they? But that was for their protection. They were more, I believe that they were more concerned with their own personal protection individually than the fact they could be blocking themselves from getting the help they need. So they're kind of stuck being like the Joker, happy no matter what, until God sends them some kind of solution. We got Page of Pentacles. There's some very good points being made when it comes to things like that. The contradictions. You never know what the fuck it is. Why somebody is avoiding speaking about certain things. It could be they've signed a contract of sworn secrecy and they're part of a group that doesn't talk about certain things for certain reasons. Doesn't mean that's a horrible thing. We have Ten of Swords. So some people feeling like 10 swords weighing upon them because they were, not seeing things clearly. So they just kind of, the truth's way heavy on them, and and that's what forces people to change, essentially. Everybody tends to be their own demise at the end of it all. When you don't allow other people to get to you and steer you, it's when you're not putting yourself in check at the right times that it comes back to get you where it really matters. We have a Thief. Tight with money. Doing some credit checks. Connections to murder. Ego lessons. Got their paws and nose in somebody's business. And usually when people are connected to murders and they hide very dark secrets, they feel like they have to know what's going on all over it at all times. They just got to see and make sure nobody's looking at them because they're paranoid. They're paranoid about what they've done, essentially. Even if you have nothing to do with it, if you just say the wrong thing or look like you're giving them the signs, it makes them nervous. And that's God playing with their mind. And the devil. I essentially believe God and the devil are just two old souls fishing together on a big sea with thousands of fish leagues in the sea. You need more information. You can't just be jumping to conclusions when too many ends have been left open. You know what I'm saying? And on another note, don't leave people room to assume. Because people will assume whatever the fuck they want. We got Queen of Swords. Make yourself clear. Be specific. The Lovers. Okay, so this Queen of Swords has some lovers. Six of Cups. Something to do with children or some things in the past. We have the Magician. So, manifestation and taking truthful action. The Hierophants are present. The Hierophants are going to back up good points. They're looking to see who's making good points out here, who's really a part of, God's greatest will, mission, and who's not. And the details are going to be found within the truth. And God has very creative ways of letting us know who He wants to be protected versus the other guys He's just going to throw out there and they're going to fuck it all up for themselves in the spotlight. Basically, the sun comes out on them. We have the Universe. Wants to, before some spirits in the universe make a decision about what to do with somebody, they're going to see what they plan to do next. Like, maybe they got 2 strikes and they're like, you know what? This guy wants to get another strike. Let's fucking end his game forever. So if that's you out there, I'd watch your ass. They don't like that. They don't like the idea that they choose ignorance and they ignore the fact that God be waiting, watching, sending them the opportunities to see if they gonna choose to do this or that. And God's like, I don't care what you were saying to me when you were begging for mercy. You ain't gonna change. That's what God's saying. And He'll be like, all right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Show me how you're gonna do it again. Differently this time. And they're like, okay. And they're like shaking through it because they didn't really have a chance to think about it yet. And God's like, strikes them with a lightning bolt and gone. Because they get so serious about it. Like, they're getting too serious out here. Innocent people are feeling scared to live their lives even. They're barely even seeing the beauties of the world. They're living hell on earth, and they're innocent people. And it's just because these dark people are surrounding them and making them feel like they should be intimidated and whatnot. Like they did something wrong. And they're like, I still don't know what I did. Some people are saying they don't know what they did, but they know what they did. They're just trying to blend in with those people who really don't know. Forgot to turn the spirit timer on. I'll turn it on for this other half of the reading. I got a new dress from Temu. It was supposed to be a large. However, I tried it on and it looked like it was 2X. And it was ridiculous. Instead of sending it back, I went and got fabric and I am cutting it up and redoing it myself. I'm in the process of stitching it up right now. I just took a break to do this reading. I'll show you guys later when it's done. It looks like this. I cut off some white parts and I'm replacing it with this like fish scales. It's gonna be hot. It's got a zipper on the front. Yep. So I'm excited to go back to working on that after this reading. Turn this on. Alright, spirit timer on.
You are powerful.
Oh, thanks. You know, you can always let somebody else's mistake be your happy accident. After I get done with this, it's going to be a one-of-a-kind dress. Nobody in the whole world is going to have one like it.
Certainly.
My dress is certainly going to be super hot. Thanks, spirits. Alright, moving on. Next half of this reading. Back to the collective reading. All distracted by the sexy designing I do. I do it all. The walls are painted in here. I painted the floor. It was just floorboards, but I was feeling really creative one day. And I built, I painted a trail and grass. It was really for Disco, because he has to lay on the floor. Well, he doesn't have to, but he does. So I made it like what it's like when he lays on the ground outside.
Jody.
I painted a storm in my shower, like around the top. Looks like storm clouds coming in. I need some lightning with bronze. And then my shower is the rain. I chose the color purple for the rest of my walls to go with the storm. I figured gray and purple went best together.
Plan.
Alright. What else is going on with the collective? We have strength. King of Swords. Three of Pentacles, a collaboration. Ace of Wands, creative gifts from the divine. Seven of Cups, somebody's looking to their options. Closing out cycles. Hanged Man, stuck in limbo in a situation. Scratching around on the surface, needing to go deeper to find the real answers, fishing for
She's coming.
answers, the problem. Make that resonate with your situation. We have financial abundance coming soon. Somebody over 55. Something about guns.
What year is it?
Oops, I was scared. Your soul is like this, the nut inside this protective shell. Give me 1 second.
Randy.
Getting hot. Anyhow. So you need to protect yourself from certain experiences. Getting in too deep to certain things, you know. Ask the right questions. We got 8 of Pentacles. Somebody's really focused into the details at this point because they don't want to find themselves in a situation they didn't want to be in. We have Page of Pentacles. Somebody's talking about some really good points.
You should stay.
9 of Pentacles. Somebody's thinking independently for themselves for personal justice. They're trying to do whatever they can. This King of Wands. When it comes to the Hierophants and, you know, talking about what's really important and trying to get a new direction. Maybe we're putting some people in check out here who need to
The
be
noise was me.
put in check. We have Temperance. 6 of Cups. Temperance Angel is thinking back to the past, worried about having balance for all people, animals, children, souls. Some people are too narrow-minded. They have tunnel vision where they need a broader perspective. We got the High Priestess energy and family. A message being received about the family of this High Priestess.
Push.
Yeah. Some people are the type to see you on the edge and instead of give you a hand to pull you back away from it. they'll push you off. Well, rising above a situation, taking a leap of faith towards balance.
Watch.
Somebody sees where balance is off, and they know what needs to be done in order to get the balance restored. However, the reason certain things are being blocked are because you got to twist arms of people to get them out of the way. I feel like I got duped. Some people are saying somebody seems deranged with their personal goals and their inability to have a broader perspective when it is needed. You always want to do what's necessary. When you find yourself doing things unnecessarily, that makes you want to pull back your energy, you know? You want to preserve your energy and do things you love doing at all times. I mean, we don't always love going to work, but we love having money, right? There's a reason we do everything we do.
Desolation.
So yeah, these sus people, they're like, even though their total truth hasn't been revealed, they feel the swords weighing upon them. Like they feel like they should just silently retreat at this point. Whatever point this is going to be, to where everybody's seeing the sus. They're looking for the answers. They're asking the right questions. The people who are pretending. Disco's here. People who are pretending, you'll start to see it written
Mary.
on them, written on their faces. You'll see it in their actions. You'll notice the slow retreating. Come on, Disco. He's so handsome. He's such a beautiful cat. He's so healthy looking. Some cats aren't that blessed. Like his fur's shiny. And he's like a perfect weight for a cat. He's playful. He's happy. He's happy as hell. We got Page of Swords. So some truth being delivered.
Nasty.
We got the Magician. So manifesting a Queen of Pentacles. So people are asking
Alive.
questions, and this Queen of Pentacles is being brought to the front. And everything they got going on is a lie. They're delusional. They create a lot of problems just from being unnecessary. Nobody likes doing
Above.
unnecessary shit. Right. People are ready to rise above. And they see themselves wasting their time doing unnecessary stuff, and that makes them angry. We have 8 of Wands, a lot of communication going on about that out there all the time. That's what people are always frustrated about, their own time being wasted, but it's all of our time being wasted. But who is it that's wasting our time? That's when things become complicated.
You are determined.
We have King of Pentacles. Tower moment. Four of Wands coming into union with some people that were partners or are partnered up in finding proper solutions to an issue, and this person doesn't seem to want to find any proper solution, so then they're just like, fuck you, you're done, fuck everything you stand for, if you're not about finding the proper solutions, because they're tired of it. We got people's futures, fortunes on the line.
Nancy.
Seven of Pentacles. People's investments on the line. We got death. People are throwing around fighting words. Fighting words is when you're saying things that make somebody believe you hurt one of their family members, you hurt one of their friends, you hurt one of their animals, you're trying to fuck with their money.
Butterflies.
Know what fighting words are. When people feel like they gotta protect their livelihood, they will. We have Knight of Wands. So somebody taking creative action when it comes to this Empress. Going within to find answers, connecting with Source and their higher self, like really thinking about what's best for them to do when it comes to this. Focusing to the good points when it comes to this Empress. And also seeing the conflicts and the betrayals around this Empress. Walking away from illusions. We got incest and odd beliefs. Somebody's sick in their head. Or maybe looking like that soon. After somebody goes fishing for the right answers. We got breaking up, divorce, glitter versus gold, low life, trashy goals, gang watch. They got their focus on someone. They're seeing somebody feeling regretful after they say and do certain things, and they don't get their way like they thought they were. Like they were hanging out in their friend's living room, and they were all hee hee and ha ha and about some plans that they had made, and they see like some of the people who were just sitting on the couch on the other side of the room listening to this conversation. They're seeing the plans fall through that they were making, and they're kind of like, I bet they're feeling regretful now.
Eliza.
We got Queen of Swords. Bringing the illumination to the choices people are making at the crossroads. What's the reason people are making certain choices over choices they should be making? It's the illusions, right? Misguidance. People want to make proper choices. However, sometimes it's hard to make the proper choice when you're not sure what the fuck is going on. Like, that's when you're not really choosing ignorance. People are ignorantly leaving details out. Kind of like when a fucking salesman comes to your house selling some shit door to door, and the product they're selling isn't like selling itself. So they gotta say some shit to get you to like feel like you need this product today. So these motherfuckers are just making up some shit like that salesman would. Why the fuck do they want this sale so hard with you? I don't know. I don't know. You guys gotta figure that out individually. What it is that you got that makes people fucking act crazy. And it's the fact they're hiding secrets and shit. You have no idea. Like, they could be hiding murders, and they could be just fucking paranoid that if you go down that path, you might find out. They're just paranoid. You're probably somebody who don't even give a fuck. You don't even want it. Even if they are connected to murders, you want them to just shh and get all the way away from you before you do find out. But they're so paranoid. They can't. They just won't. My problem is you guys can't just go shut up like you told me to do. Shut up about your own shit. God damn it.
My name is Elizabeth.
Before I just get rid of you. Because you're miserable. And I'm just not all about being the company of your misery. You know? That's where a lot of us end up feeling we are, like the place we're at with certain people. Well, I hope this helps you guys in some way. Don't forget to like the video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I feel free now.